Hi everyone, welcome to this reading. I have my crystal ball off to the side, so I will be scrying throughout this message. If you're new to my channel, my readings are a little different, and if you're returning, welcome back. You know how we do if it doesn't resonate with you. If you're forcing the story to fit, arguing with it in any way, just leave it behind for the people who it's meant for. So channel members, you guys will have a collective message post later tomorrow night, so definitely check that out. And if you're interested in channel memberships, that link will always be in the description box below. So let's go ahead and let's get started. Taking a step aside and allowing spirit to pass through me. Opening up to receive information. Okay. Ooh, all right. So the first thing that I'm seeing like this, it's almost like a disco ball. It's a ball, but it has all these facets on the outside. And each facet is catching like a different aspect of light. So I'm seeing different colors emanating from these different facets. Okay. There's a sense here that someone is either shifting identities or like paradigm shifting. So they're shifting from one facet of this ball over to another one. Whoever this reading is for, this is going to be for somebody who understands that their identity isn't something that's fixed, or that their perception of reality isn't something that's fixed. It's something that they can add into or take away from at any time. Okay, so whoever I'm reading for has a pretty good handle on like bigger picture thinking. Okay, let's see. Okay. Perfect imagery for this one. This Wheel of Fortune. And with this Wheel of Fortune going over to the Two of Wands, there's almost like something's changing and a person is trying to decide, what do I want it to change into? I love this because it's very intentional. It's not like I'm at the whim or the mercy of a particular circumstance. Whoever's message this is, you're carefully crafting your next steps or your next energy output. That's kind of how it feels. Like, so maybe you're somebody who is looking at it as, what energy do I want to vibrate out, right? There's something here about bullseye, so there's something about wanting to hit the mark. So you may be doing this quite intentionally because there's something that you're trying to achieve. It's weird. So this Two of Wands, it's actually making me think of like if this were like a pig snout with like the nostrils. So something about having really good sense of smell. Being able to sniff out a direction, because that's what the Two of Wands is doing. He's trying to pick his course. So someone here, you're spending some time really trying to sniff out what direction is best for whatever the change is that you're trying to aim for. And I noticed that as I looked was saying that, I looked over and I was looking, all of a sudden I started like looking at this, and this is the Cerulean Sequence deck. Started looking at on the box these glasses, and these glasses almost have like a kaleidoscope over the lens. So again, that sense of perception and shifting perceptions. They're barking at something at the door. So there may be something that you know is approaching, or something that you're expecting to happen. Okay, interesting. Okay, I'm being given some like a very short list of symbols, and if you're new to my channel, the symbols don't mean that the reading is or isn't yours. It means that if the symbols resonate for you, pay extra attention. This may be predictive for those of you who that's true for. I'm seeing something about oranges and orange blossoms. I almost feel that they're two separate symbols, orange and orange blossom. I'm seeing something with it's like I heard bunting. I was gonna say hummingbird, but I heard bunting. A bird's nest also, something about a bird's nest. Chamomile flowers. I feel like that was a symbol recently. Chamomile flowers. I'm getting quite a few flowers. Chamomile, hibiscus, and rose. And then something about a cinnamon broom. Okay. All right. The term lock and key. Okay, we have the Nine of Wands, and so there, again, with that barking at the door, there may be something that we're preparing for, that we're trying to guard against, or that we're trying to protect against. The Knight of Wands keeps coming up over and over within this collective, probably for the last 2 months now, really speaking about the tightening of boundaries. I almost feel that there's a sense of protection as we're trying to make this shift. It's almost like somebody has a goal in mind, or an energy or identity that they want to adopt, and it's so important to them that they're really guarding it. And I think that's great. I think that's really good. Okay. There may be past influences that are trying to come in to sabotage this or derail it. So I feel that some of you are particularly guarding against people from the past. Okay. Okay. We have the Ace of Cups. This is an emotional new beginning. It could be a psychic new beginning, even a creative new beginning for somebody. I almost feel I'm going to show you this card. This guy's hair is wild, right? And his hair is kind of like steam. It's like the steam from that cup. So there may be something emotionally that is influencing our psychism at this moment as well. And it may be intuition that's telling you that something is approaching, or that there's something that you need to guard from. And if this is the case, definitely trust that, because I think that whoever's message this is, if this has resonated with for you up until this point, I think your intuition's on point right now. You may feel a little bit like you're in the dark, but with this particular bullseye in mind, so you may not know exactly how it's going to happen or how you're going to get there, but it's a determination that's involved inside of this. With this card also, with that darkness surrounding this Ace of Cups, it's like from nothing is birthed something. So it's almost like the mystery of it all is what creates the potential that you can manipulate or that you can work. Okay. We have the Three of Cups, and then we have the Queen of Wands. So with the Three of Cups, this is, I am feeling I'm supposed to place them in this fashion. So if I do that, there is this shifting of energy, and we're trying to decide what energy we want to shift into, or what paradigm we want to adopt. And it's in order to make something come together, right? And what it is that we're trying to get to come together is going to be very different for everyone. For some of you, this is going to have to do with your career or your goals in life, like some direction that you want to take. For some of you, this might be, it might involve other people, right? But there's something here that we seem to want to achieve with the Three of Cups. Three of Cups is reunions, meetings, celebrations, okay? And we seem to be very guarded and protecting this at this time. For some of you, that's advice. For some of you, especially if you've had other energies from the past that have recently cropped back up, protecting what it is that you're trying to get yourself towards is going to be really important. And I do think that most of you are doing that because of the presence of this Queen of Wands here, because the Queen of Wands is the person that can really direct their willpower. They're able to maintain their empathy. They're able to maintain their softness while also making sure that nothing gets in their way. It's almost like some sort of passionate new beginning is what's driving somebody. It's like a lot of willpower is behind it because of the wand here that's on fire. And that's what's leading her. It's not just something that's ablaze on the wand, meaning her willpower has been activated. It's something that's casting light as well. It may be helping somebody understand what's taking place around them. And then again, the final card there is the Ace of Cups. It's leading to some sort of new emotional, psychic, or creative beginning. This card is also saying to me that someone here, because if you look inside the hair, that almost looks like eyes, and then he's looking inside of a black surface. So some of you may be learning scrying. Some of you may be using liminal spaces to try to receive information or divine. Okay, let's see. Six of Pentacles is not speaking to me very much, so I'm not going to use that like I normally do for the theme. We'll take the next bottom card for the theme. And this is Page of Pentacles. Again, some kind of new beginning. It starts small. And the page doesn't really know what the future holds for themselves. So again, it's bringing us into that energy of that dark background. With the Fool, we have this potential, right? A potential new beginning. Or rather, I should say a new beginning that's full of potential. And in some ways, the Fool kind of carries a warning the reason why it's called the Fool, one of the, well, there's all sorts of reasons why it's called the Fool, but I always think of it in terms of sometimes when we don't know things and we learn just a little bit, we all of a sudden think we're experts, right? It's just human nature. That's how things go. And this particular Fool, all he knows is that he's got like this little, whatever he has, I'm not even gonna try to guess what that is, on that stick, and he's looking at it and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna go off in the sunset with this thing in my hand. And then he falls off of this little pedestal that he's on, right? He falls off his own little pedestal. So there may be some sort of learning experience that's coming, or whatever's taking place right now may be the learning experience where someone gains a lot of wisdom in terms of the way that they move, the way that they operate, what works, what doesn't work. And so this is a big learning experience for someone. There may be some sort of partnership that's involved in this, but you may be somebody who's working, for example, in tandem with the universe. How can I shift my energy to make certain things happen, or to call certain things in? I feel like those are the two mindsets that someone may be adopting here. With the Four of Pentacles, what we have is we have that idea of, oh, how do I want to talk about this one? Again, it's kind of falling over into this sector, which is all about the direction of will and boundaries. You may be holding back right now, or you may be holding on to whatever this goal is. Like, yeah, this is what I have to do. Make sure that you're not holding so tight that it doesn't have room to breathe, because then it won't grow. Okay, bottom of the deck, we already talked about the Page of Pentacles. I'm cutting it, and then I'm getting this card here, and then the final card here. Okay, so we have the Empress, we have the Nine of Cups, and then we have the Eight of Pentacles. Whatever this is, it's definitely something that whoever this message is for, you feel is worth investing in. You feel it's worth taking time and really working towards. With the Empress, this might have something to do with your body, so your physical appearance. It might have something to do with what you're growing inside of your life. The Empress is definitely about beauty and lavishness and the things that create comfort and stability and happiness inside of our lives. Here's the Nine of Cups, that's being reiterated, right? It's something that makes us truly happy. It's what someone truly desires. And again, coming down into the Eight of Pentacles, this is what we grow and the work that we're willing to put into it. This Eight of Pentacles is interesting because it doesn't really speak to me the same way the normal Eight of Pentacles does, which is a man who's crafting something, he's carefully crafting it. Well, I think that this holds that meaning. It's definitely about growth for me, because this is all entwined inside of a tree, and that tree is just kind of like growing around the pentacles. So I feel that there's a lot of energy shifting taking place. And whoever this message is for, you're learning how to kind of manipulate your own energy in order to allow new possibilities and new experiences to happen. And this is a really good skill to have. It's paradigm shifting. So I'm going to leave this here. Whoever's message this is for, if this resonates with you, please hit that like button. Feel free to leave me a comment. And until next time.